Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. About 5 minutes away from the start of the game. Watch your dueling Zambonis. At the moment. Try to get your picture set up here. There we go. Okay. That's pretty close. Camera 2. Not sure it's working, but we'll see. Can always disconnect it if we need to. All right. Yeah. Okay. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a late start here. Teams aren't out. It's a little past 4:30, so you'll just stick with us for a while. We're going to try to get you 2 cameras today. I'm not sure the internet is powerful enough to have the 2 connect to one another. We'll see. Try to get the players once they come out. Get them right down there. That's where they'll be. When they come out, Zamboni is done. No referees as of yet. Definitely need referees to play. So Bishop O'Connell outside warming up when I got here. Parking lot. There's Jack McShane leading the charge. Get your bird's eye view. Hey, they're ready to rock. Hopefully I won't hit one of them over the head with the leg of the tripod. Now my son's not out there today. Got a new goalie called up from junior high. Mine's got his band concert at Landon tonight. So as soon as this ends, I got to bust out of here and drive to Landon for the band concert. I might have to live stream it on this channel so family can see it. So who knows? Maybe in a couple hours you'll hear some Christmas songs played by the Landon Orchestra. Again, just like when they were kids, crowded at the entrance to the rink, ready to go before everybody else is. Possible for young hockey players to curb the enthusiasm. There's only so many high school games one plays in his career. Each one of them important in their own right. O'Connell is ready to come out on the right-hand side as well, wearing their black and blue, purple and white. A little bit of gray. Still no sign of a ref, so we got a little while to go. Be holding this thing until my shoulders hurt. I'll give you the intro. Now that one's better for sure. We combined the 2 songs into one and combined all the video into one. So I think that's going to be our standard for the future. And we'll rotate the photos that we show from time to time in there. Again, no referees as of yet. So I'm going to drop this down for a second. Perhaps open up the water I got. You can watch the lads as they get ready to rock. Just watched the junior high team played a third period against, can't remember who. They won 4-2. Pretty good attendance here for that game. Always good to see future Big Bears. I guess Cubs would be a good word for the junior high team. Maybe we'll figure out what that schedule is one time and live stream one of those before one of the varsity games. Still got time. We'll show that intro again. It's so cool. Hey, you're looking live at the Bears Den. See if we can get you a split screen. There you go. We'll see how the cameras, as you can see, the camera that's watching the Bishop O'Connell Knights is dragging a little bit. We may cut that one off. But for now, we'll just let it go. It eats up, having two cameras trying to talk to each other eats up internet, unfortunately. And then comes into tonight's matchup 2-0 with one tie. It's Mount St. Joe's on Friday night. A late goal by Reed Percon tied up the affair. It'll be Daniel Rosenstock in goal, the freshman. Burks Langdon, I believe, will be the backup tonight, but I don't see him. It's possible JV also had a game, and so you're dealing with one goalie tonight for Landon. Maybe he'll come out. I don't see him, though. Looks like 4, 5, 10, 13... 17 skaters for Landon and one goalie. So we're missing two players. One goalie, Jack LaCalci, and one player. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't see Deskovich, number 28, out there. O'Connell looks to have a roster of, looks like 14 skaters. 14 skaters and 2 goaltenders. So each team will be able to field and with some spares. Keep in mind these teams play 15-minute period. So it is common for a player to play half the game. Or pretty darn close. One minute, 19 seconds left on the warm-up time. I'll send you over to O'Connell a bit. Now you're looking at camera 2 there, which is the one we're having a little issue with because of the non-access internet. Now ready to wrap this up and get this game going. I think Trip Silva, the first, if I'm not mistaken, gave me a new monster heavy tripod to use. I'm going to have to bring that home tonight and see if I can get it working correctly, but it's for sure better than the one that I have. Now I have 2 levels of tripod at this point. When I broke the one 2 weeks ago, I replaced it with a much better one, which is the one I'm using now. Allows me to control the action with one hand because of the weight of the tripod. If you care. Little Van Halen. From 1984. The album with the baby smoking a butt on the cover. Famous album cover. Actually, the album cover was the artist who did it. He looks like a cherub. The baby looks like a cherub, but he's smoking a cigarette. You probably know what I'm talking about. The album cover, the artist who drew the baby modeled it after one of her friend's children, who's pretty pumped up to have been immortalized in a great Van Halen album from 1984. Now again, I have to talk with the music in the background, otherwise Facebook bots are going to find it, maybe knock us off. We'll try to avoid that as much as possible. Although there is somebody in the scores table who really knows what he's doing with the phone and the music. It is absolutely blasting in here, making up for the cold temperature, keep everybody warm. Of course, you get your hockey and you get your rock and roll. It's what everybody really wants when they come to the rink. Had some legendary dads in the past who were able to provide good music for my son games when they were kids. All right, we're ready to roll. Got your scoreboard on the left, rudimentary though it is. And Binner sends this one in. Damoud to chase, wearing the number 9 out there with Owen Moore. And again, and Binner. That's Dash Kaufman, number 18, and Eli Smink, number 21, on defense to start the game. Here's Binner with the puck along the left-hand side. Tries the center, hits a skate of a Knight. The Bishop O'Connell team are the Knights. Centering pass by Binner, gets past Damoud and recovered by a Knight in the corner. He looks to skate it out. And Will, wearing the number 3, gains the blue line, goes along the left-hand side, takes a body check from Kaufman, still maintains the puck, sends it deep all the way around, recovered by Moore, up to Binner. Now Damoud sends it in, and they'll get a change. 14:09 to go. First period, no score so far. There's a steal by Jack McShane over to Andrew Chipperfield playing right defense. Back over to Perkon wearing a number 3. Intercepted from him. Recovered by Haberl. He's going to wind and fire. Save by the goaltender. He'll cover up. Get a whistle. We'll have a face-off to his right with 13:43 to go. First period. Now my voice is about 91.5% after the cold. Cold still lingering. Voice is getting back a little quicker than everything else. Still sniffing a lot, as you'll hear from time to time. Face-off controlled by Landon. Here's Haberl at the blue line. Sends it up for a deflection. Deflected past the net. Recovered by Perkon along the right-hand side. Poked out of the zone, and here comes a mini breakaway for Bishop O'Connell. Saved by Rosenstock. Puck into the corner. Recovered by Haberl. Rosenstock tested early and up to the task. Chipperfield with the puck, taken from him, pings out of the zone, and he sends it forward. First period, no score. Here's Hank Maddox. He'll send it deep behind the net. Ryan Bitterman out there as well, so is Jamberdino. Team captain Caden Blazer wearing the number 2, goes behind the net. Gains ahead of steam, gets past one defender, poked away for him momentarily, fights for it along the boards, takes a hit. Puck chipped along into the shallow end of the Knights defense. They recover and move it forward. Takes a stick check, poked away. Here comes Maddox, 2-on-2 with Jamberdino. To his right, gets past one defender, poked away, recovered by Bitterman along the left-hand side, intercepted by the Knights, and they're going to move it back the other way, right to left on your dial. Centering pass intercepted by Blazer, recovered once again by the Knights. Puck loose on the side of the net. Good game here so far, lots of speed. Not too many chances for either team. Here comes Blazer trying to lead a 4-on-3 with Jamberdino. Chips it up to him. He tries to get around the defender, poked away into the corner. He'll recover and have some new mates join the fray, including Perkon, Nicholas Nyberg on defense, and Eli Smink, the junior, wearing the number 21. Big hit by Perkon on the open ice, recovered by Silva. He moves it forward, goes into the corner to get it after the deflection. Perkon comes away with it, sends it back to Kaufman, sends it pass across to Smink. He tries a shot along the ice for a deflection, can't connect. And O'Connell tries to bring it out the other way, and they will. Here's Kaufman with the puck, gains the blue line. Kaufman once again sends it deep with the pitchfork play. Owen Moore fights for it, loose in the corner. Knights there first. Chip it forward. Number 19 with the puck. He's looking to gain the blue line and does. Marked by Kaufman. He brings it into the corner. Poked away nicely by Kaufman. Beautiful pass up to Binner. And he finds Damoud, number 9. Gains the blue line. Takes a hit in the slot. Knocked away from him by O'Connell. Now O'Connell's a pretty large team when it comes to player size. It look like they have mostly juniors and seniors on this team. It's a pretty big team. And that, again, of course, is in relation to what are a lot of freshmen on this Landon team. There's a shot that went wide. Chipperfield gets it in the corner, gets it over to Haberl, turns it over, recovered by Owen Moore. He looks to send it out 2-on-2. Binner and Damoud. Binner will just send it deep and go off for a change. No score, 9:57 to go, first period. Good action so far. Comes Haberl with it. Off the steal. Pass in the slot. Coakley can't handle. O'Connell brings it back the other way. Big hit. Perkon recovers in his zone. Cycling out with the backhanded skate. Gets around two defenders. Takes on a third. Takes a shot deflected into the corner, gets his rebound, and recovered by the goaltender for a whistle with 9:19 to go. Enter the Stones. Scoreboard erroneously said 1-0 Landon. My apologies. Thanks to my wife who sent me a text. I can't see it. Unfortunately, I can't see it. That's how rudimentary it is. Now it should show 0-0. It's a 0-0 game. That was left over from the last game against MSJ that ended 1-1. BOC, of course, Bishop O'Connell. Here's Coakley in the corner. A couple of nice moves. Centers it for McShane. Puck ends up into the corner. Perkon runs to the front of the net. Recovered by Nyberg. Gets it over to Perkon in the corner. He dances around. Looks for somewhere to go. Sends a pass backhanded to McShane. Goes and gets it behind the net. Cleared away momentarily by the Knights. And they look to bring it out 2-on-3. Wind and fire save by Rosenstock. And he'll get a whistle with 8:41 to go. Shots show 3-2 in favor of Landon. That's a correct number. Face-off will be to Rosenstock's right. He's the freshman wearing the number 29. Landon sends out Binnerman, who takes the face-off and wins it. Covered by Smink. He's out there with Kaufman on defense. Big hit by Kaufman as we speak. Intercepted by the Knights. Recovered by Smink. Trying to get a hold of it here, and he gets it over to Kaufman, who moves it along the boards. Kept in by the Knights. Giambardino with it, taken away from him. Intercepted by Smink, and he just moves it along. North. Get it out of harm's way. Kaufman with it in his own end. It's loose in the slot. He recovers again. Bothered by number 3 and number 9 of O'Connell. They go off for a change. Maddox out there with Binnerman. Maddox with the puck off the steal on his knees. Poked away from him onto the stick of Haberl at the point. He winds and fires. Shot save by the goaltender with 7:26 to go. First period. No score here at the Bears Den. Enter the Cars from the first album, I believe, which is their best, of course. Candio maybe second. Saved by the goaltender off the shot in the slot by Moore. Binner gets it over to Maddox. Back to Chipperfield. Oh, excuse me, that's not Maddox. That's Damoud. Puck loose. Middle of the ice. Recovered by Haberl. Gets it over to Chipperfield. So, coach once again shaking up lines in defensive pairs because he doesn't have a full lineup. There's Damoud with a shot from the slot. Swallowed up by the goaltender with 6:53 to go. You got the clash. This is Rock the Casbah, not from London Calling, the double album, which is their best. Fantastic song, though. Again, the guy who's doing the music is really taking his job serious. Here's Coakley, the loose puck in front. Ends up loose behind the net. Coakley once again saved by the goaltender, and Coakley scores to open the Landon Bears account on the 6th of December. 1-0 Bears off several rebounds in front of the net. Coakley kept at it, and he was rewarded. Get that score up there for you. 1-0 Bears. Should be reading right. Coach Parker sends out Percon Coakley and Jack McShane. So 2 juniors and a freshman up front. Here's Percon, winds and fires, and he scores. Reed Percon makes it 2-0 Landon. 6:27 to go, first period. And just like that, Landon goes from being tied 0-0 to up 2-0. Coach Parker sends out Moore, Binner, and Damoud. Nyberg and Blazer on defense. Face-off controlled by Landon. There's Blazer with the puck. He sends it forward to Binner, moves it along into the corner. O'Connell's there first, bothered by 2 Landon players. And there's Owen Moore right in front of the net. And again, loose puck. O'Connell very sloppy in front of the net over the last couple of minutes. Translation, they're providing many a scoring a chance for your Bears. They've capitalized on 2 of them. Now shots are showing 11-2. Wildly one-sided at the moment. Here's Binner trying to move off the face-off, recovered by O'Connell, kept in by Binner once again. He sends it forward. No one in front for the Knights except for Owen Moore. He was by himself in the slot. Comes O'Connell trying to move it forward, kept in by Landon. Here's Damoud along the near boards. Moved out by O'Connell. Stolen away by Blazer. And he leads the charge. 5:32 to go, first period. Again, shot showing 12-2. Here comes Smink. Winds and fires. Shot saved by the goaltender. Damoud on the rebound. Binner with it. Sends it back to Blazer. Tipped into the netting. And we'll get a whistle. 5:20 to go. And so the music is getting a few seconds of each song. He's not continuing from the previous song. He's got Def Leppard here. Probably won't hear that in the next interval, but we'll see. See if he does any continuation. Look, here's a 2-second whistle, and there he's gonna continue Def Leppard because of he probably didn't have enough time to get to the next tune. He's got to turn it off. There's a shot blocked by O'Connell, 1-on-1 with Smink. Gets around him and into the corner. Smink gives a chase. Number 19 for O'Connell takes a hit from Smink and Maddox along the boards. Smink comes away with it, sends a pass up to Binnerman, and he sends it behind the net. Chases it himself, comes away with the puck. Sends a pass up to Maddox, who fires it on the net. Save by the goaltender from point-blank range. 15 shots registering on the board for Landon with 4:49 to go, first period. Now, I imagine with the early start time, we got a lot of parents still at work or at home. I see a lot of solos here today. Here's Eli Smink. Sends it up to Jambardino. You're going to get a whistle here for icing. I don't think Jambardino touched it. Face-off will come back all the way deep into the Landon zone to Rosenstock's right. Landon wearing their home whites with brown pants. Kaufman with it, sends it along the boards behind the net to Smink. He tries to shovel it forward. A little bit of a pile-up near the blue line, recovered by the Knights. Percon with it, haven't called his name in a few minutes. Has 1 goal here today so far. Winds and fires, blocked by the leg of the defender by O'Connell. They look to bring it out. Kaufman stands them up at the blue line. They get past them. Kaufman recovers, and that'll be an offsides. 4 minutes to go, first period. 2-0 is your score. lopsided one on the scoreboard so far. No question Landon came out to play in this one early. Face-off will be right in your living room. Percon out there with Zach Genzer and Trip Silva. Wins the face-off himself and goes toward the net. Takes on the goaltender, shoots, and he scores with the backhand. Reed Percon. You know, he went coast to coast on that one from end to end. One side of town to the other, like Paul Revere on his midnight ride. He rides by himself. Calls his own number. Turns this into a 3-0 Landon lead. Percon was out there for about 8 seconds in that shift and gets a breather after scoring the goal. Here's Haberl out there. Sends it over to Chipperfield. Up to Damoud. Owen Moore fights for it. Kept in by the Knights momentarily. And 3-0 Landon here. 3:35 to go, first period. Comes Binner. Pass across to Damoud, cannot connect. Knights recover. Come out 1-on-2. Chipperfield back. Rosenstock's going to poke that along, as he should. Centering pass intercepted by Haberl. Gets it up to Damoud. Landon moving the puck well in this game. Damoud sends it over to Binner. Knocked away from him behind the net. Recovered momentarily by Landon. And here comes Haberl at the blue line. Sends a pass across. No one there. Puck ends up in the corner. Clearance attempt by the Knights does not succeed. Puck is loose in the slot. Danger area again for the Knights. They can't clean up their own end. Here comes Haberl with the pass to Damoud. Gets past him. Goes into the corner. He fights for it still. 16-2 on the board with shots. 2:30 to go on the clock. Chipperfield shoots. Saved by the goaltender, and he pops that one into the netting to get himself a whistle. It's a different decade on this one here. Got to go back to the 80s or early 90s on the next one. Hopefully we don't get a continuation on this song. Face-off control by Landon as McShane gets it forward to Percon. Back to McShane. Shot just goes wide. Percon recovers along the far boards. 2:16 to go. Pass comes across for Nyberg. He goes in, sends a shot onto the net. Recovered by the goaltender. He'll get a whistle and cover up. 18 shots in the period for Landon. Same five for Landon. Percon, Coakley, McShane, Nyberg, and Blazer. Face-off control by Landon. Nyberg sends a pass along to Percon. Tipped onto the net. Saved by the goaltender. O'Connell's going to try to break out. They cannot. After the loose puck, knocked away from him. Here comes Caden Blazer with it, the captain. Percon tries to chase it down, but that's going to be an icing with 1:44 to go. He did the continuation with that song. We got to fix that on the next one. Here's Kaufman behind the net, bothered by a defender. Ends up onto the stick of Binnerman. He's going to lead the charge along the near boards. Gains the blue line, ready to wind and fire. Goes toward the net, circles around, still with the puck. Sends it back to Smink. Winds and fires from the blue line, deflected into the corner. Maddox to chase. O'Connell looks to clear, and they do. 1:19 to go in the period. 3-0 Bears over Knights. Comes Jambardino. Got Kaufman to his right, and Maddox trailing the play. Jambardino fights for it in the corner. Maddox joins and throws a big hit on the defender for the Knights. Puck ends up onto the stick of Jambardino, and he sends it behind the net. Smink comes off for a change. 4 Landon players out there right now. Here's Binnerman. Sends it over to Kaufman. Gets it deeper over to Maddox. Puck in the slot. Jambardino tried to shot, deflected away. There's a shot saved by the goaltender. He'll get the whistle once again and sends it off to his teammate who dumps it right into the netting. Goaltender was trying to avoid a whistle and a face-off in his own zone. But once the defender got the puck, that's exactly where it ended up. You get your desire by U2. Reed Percon taking the face-off. Trip Silva to his right. And Genzer to his right and Silva to his left. Haberl with it, the senior, assistant captain. Skates like the wind. 11 seconds to go. Genzer fighting for it. Ends up onto the stick of an O'Connell player, number 19. Winds and fire. Shot goes high and awry. Recovered by Haberl. With no time left on the clock, he tried a long pass for Percon, but the whistle blew and the horn sounded for the end of the period. 3-0 Landon. Now, if you didn't see it before, here's the opening vignette that we're going to show at some point to every game. I'll show it again. It's only 30 seconds. Big fan of that one. I've showed it 3 times already today. Why the heck not? I think that's what we're going to go with for the rest of the season. I'm going to find myself a... Now again, I got to scoot out of here. A boot scoot out of here as you have the country tune in the background. Can't pin it down as to exactly what it is, but I certainly know it's country. I'm going to have to boot scoot out of here. Get back to the campus for the annual holiday concert. Looking very forward to that. Might try to live stream it on this channel. The Facebook channel, probably not the YouTube. We'll see. Hopefully Landon is live streaming it on their channel. You might want to check that out. So if you go to YouTube, search Landon School channel. They've broadcast them before, and they could do a better job than I can, but I could be there in a pinch if need be. Now again, as you know from following along, you need internet. You need internet to be able to do this. I assume we would get internet there at the school, but never assume though. 3-0 Bears. They'll be skating from right to left in this second period. Peyton Blazer with the puck. Chipped forward to Moore, was looking for Binner, and that's going to be icing waved off. Onto the stick of Blazer, winds and fires. Saved by the goaltender. Rebound by Binner. Swallowed up by the goaltender again. I turn around, I see Rosenstock standing. He's got his arm leaning on the net. He's got to skate around and stay warm. Here comes Binner with the puck. Off the face-off. Damoud with it. Centering pass. Comes back with it once again. Shot goes wide. Kept in by Blazer. He sends it along onto the center. Moore with it behind the net, looking for somewhere to go. Puts the brakes on. He's marked by number 9 for O'Connell. Binner with the puck behind the net. Making the Knights work extra hard. Still down 3-0. Damoud with the puck. Long pass. Misses everybody. Goes all the way into the home corner. Rosenstock's going to get a touch on it. Nope, he's not. He decided not to. Goes over to Blazer. Long pass to Watts Coakley. Winds and fires. Saved by the goaltender. That was a nice save. We had that one marked from our vantage point, which was right here, just about 8 feet to the right of the blue line. Nice save by the goaltender. Shots showing 22-2. Early second period. Landed up 3-0 if you can't see the score on your screen. Landon, there's Coakley who throws a pass to himself behind the defender's legs. And cleared out by the Knights. Recovered by Kaufman. Smink with the puck. Gets it over to Coakley. Takes a hit along the boards. Smink there to help him out. They send it forward. Recovered by Perkon. Pass into the slot is blocked by the skate of a Knight. They're trying to recover in the corner. Fighting Perkon for it. Number 17 looks like he'll get there first. He tries to send it up. Intercepted by Coakley. Recovered once again by Coakley. There's a shot that goes high from Perkon looking for the hat trick. There's the Knights shipping it forward. They're having a tough time getting out of their own zone. Landon with much more jump in this game than MSJ, although they did have 30-plus shots. It was a wondrous game by the opposing goaltender to keep it a 1-1 tie. Face-off controlled by Landon. Haberl with the puck gets it over to Maddox. Shot saved by the goaltender. He throws it into the corner. Recovered by Maddox. Centering pass gets all the way up to number 19 for the Knights. They're going to break out 2-on-3. Good play by Haberl to knock him off the puck. Jambernino sends it forward onto the stick of Binnerman. He's got Maddox to his right. Sends a pass all the way across. Can't reach Maddox with it. Just out of his grasp. Puck along the boards. Chipperfield goes back to get it. Turns around and wheels. Fires it forward. 12:18 to go. Second period. Landon with a 3-0 lead. Here's a pass into the slot. Maddox shot saved by the goaltender. Gets a whistle again. There's a penalty that's being called on number 14 for O'Connell. We'll count down the power play time. This faceoff's going to be deep in O'Connell's end. We'll see who Coach Parker sends out. Looks like Perkon, Coakley, Damoud, Blazer, and Haberl at the points. I think what he'll have is Blazer on the left point, Haberl on the right, because Blazer's the right-handed shot and he'll be closer to the net. Here's Haberl with the puck, just as we said. Winds and fire shot just goes past the net, recovered by Haberl in the neutral zone. 1:46 to go in the power play. Haberl skated along. Damoud to his right. Cluster in the slot, recovered by Haberl onto the stick of Coakley. Can't handle. It's a little bit behind him. Haberl gets it from Blazer back over to Perkon. 3-on-3. Open ice. Perkon goes toward the net, saved by the goaltender. He sends it back to Blazer. And Haberl shot saved by the goaltender once again. Shots haven't registered, but Landon is at least 25 at this point. There's another shot. Believe your 26th or 27th shot of the game. 1 minute, 7 seconds to go on the power play. Landon's going to send out Owen Moore, Jack McShane, Binner, Kaufman, and Smink. Face-off controlled ultimately by Landon. McShane tries to send it forward. Mash up along the far boards. Owen Moore comes away with it. Pass comes all the way back to Smink. Sends it over to Binner. Shot safe by the goaltender. Hasn't played bad, giving up 3 goals on probably 28, 29 shots. Only shows 26 on the board. But it's more than that because I saw that they missed a couple just in that last exchange. Here comes McShane, saved by the goaltender. Puck loose in the slot. Cleared by the Knights. Smink races for it into the corner. 30 seconds to go. Landon will have one more push on the power play. Next game Friday night, it's a warm-up against Oakton, I believe, or somebody. I can't remember who. So it'll be a fun one Friday night. Doesn't count in the standings, but it'll be a fun. Oh, and there's a shot by Kaufman. Dash Kaufman from a very sharp angle. Off the pass, one times it into the upper part of the net. Beautiful shot by Kaufman. Four 0 Landon, 10:19 to go, second period. So we're not even halfway through this one. It's been a beating so far, at least on the puck possession and shots end, if not the scoreboard. Here comes Binnerman, sends it deep. Sandy Murdoch, Landon legend, right in front of me. There's Maddox with the puck, who has had a couple chances of his own from the slot. Here's Nyberg, winds and fires. Shot goes wide. Maddox goes into the boards to get it. Winds and fires. Good shot by Maddox. Good thought. Recovers the puck, side of the net. Sends a pass in front to Giambardino. Taken away from him by number 19. They lead out a charge, 2-on-2, and circle back. Try to get some mates to help them. Head of speed, gains the blue line, winds and fires, blocked by Nyberg. Landon's got a chance for a 3-on-2 here if they move. Maddox goes off. Intercepted by Genzer. Puck loose in the slot, knocked into the corner by the Knights. 9:05 to go, 4-zip Landon. Big hit by Silva. Puck recovered by Percon. I'll have to check the schedule again. We do have a game on Friday night. I'm going to try to make that one. I'm probably about 90% being able to make it. I'll let you know on the Facebook site. But I plan to be there. Here's Silva knocked away from him. Kept in by Genzer momentarily. There's Silva again trying to send it forward. Recovered by the Knights. Now we will have an ice clearance after the second period. Because I got to scoot out of here after this game, I'm going to try to go to that little popcorn stand over there and get some grub so that I'm not starving when I get back to Landon. I'm going to try to live stream that, at least on Facebook. If you want to hear some Christmas tunes from the Landon Orchestra, I'm guessing sometime around 7:15, 7:30. Here's Percon. He scores and gets tripped as he scored. They call the penalty on it. That won't stand because Percon scored before they were able to put the fella in the box. Boy, Percon gets his hat trick, but comes at a price. He gets whacked. Landon will have an opportunity in this one to play some of the freshmen extended time. And some of the third and fourth line some extended time. They have this one 5-0. It's 31 shots to 2. The 31 is understated by at least a few. There's Matt Rosenstock with his camera ready to go to the other end. Hoping there's some action down there. Big hit by Owen Moore. Puck loose in the neutral zone. There's 7:28 to go, so we're halfway through this one. Here's Binner. Finds Damoud, winds and fires. Saved by the goaltender. Puck goes to his right. Clearance attempt onto the stick of Smink. Winds and fires, saved by the goaltender as well. Neither shot has been registered on the board. Here's Smink. Pass to the side of the net. Recovered by O'Connell. They're going to look to bring it out. Again, we haven't seen, even last season or the partial season before, I haven't seen this kind of domination from Landon yet. Even the game against St. Stephen's St. Agnes last year was close for the first period or so. But this is, the shots on the board are quite impressive for a half a game. 32 shots at a minimum. Poked away momentarily. Here comes O'Connell in the slot, poked away from him. And a lot of players seem to be standing around watching their mates try to do it all themselves. For O'Connell, seemed to be a bit out of gas. .608 to go. 5-0 Landon. Here's Binnerman. Gets into the slot, knocked away from him. Here comes O'Connell with a 3-on-2 if they can move. They gain the zone. Marked by two Landon defenders. Nyberg goes into the corner to try to poke it away and does. Nyberg, the freshman, you could already tell that he's got elusive speed back there. A right-handed defenseman. Small in stature so far. Maybe not small for a freshman, but small for a varsity player, but quick as the wind. You wonder what he's going to look like as a senior. Again, 6 freshmen on this squad. Yeah. Sandy told me that O'Connell has 0 shots on goal this period. I've been following. The 2 they had were early. Now, this game last year was in MedStar. If I remember correctly, it was early in the season just like this. Landon did not play its best game, but it was a close game until a few minutes left in the game when Owen Moore put Landon up, I believe, 4-3. Here's Haberl off the beautiful pass from Coakley. Shot saved by the goaltender with the pad. Haberl takes the hit along the far boards onto the stick of Chipperfield. Winds and fires. Shot goes onto the net. Stick to side. There's another save by the goaltender. That's 3 more saves. None of them have registered on the board. This fella has faced 40 shots for sure in less than 2 periods of play. Landon sends out Binnerman, Silva, Genzer. Here we go. Here's a breakaway for O'Connell. They shoot. Save by Rosenstock. Finally gets some action. 3rd shot of the game. Up to the task. Keep this a 5-0 game. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Landon has a couple of games next week. And that'll take us out to the Christmas break, the holiday break. And I believe after those 2 games, I'd have to go back and look at the schedule, you'll have the Philadelphia Tournament Showcase, where Landon will play 2 games in 2 days, one in the University of Pennsylvania's ice rink and one somewhere else in the neighborhood. My goal is to head over there and do some live stream for you. Can't guarantee that would happen, but that is the plan. Here's Schmink off the steal. Heads toward the net, saved by the goaltender once again. Here's Bitterman. Shot tipped wide by Silva. Believe we have a net off the mooring is the reason for the whistle rather than a penalty on Landon. Again, these last shots aren't making their way to the board. The third shot on Rosenstock did, but the last few shots for sure by Landon have not made their way to the board. This is 40 shots plus, folks, in less than 2 periods. Blazer with the puck sends it over to Nyberg, winds and fires. Tipped wide by Owen Moore in the slot. Recovered by Binner. Looks for somewhere to go. He's checked by a Knight. Centering pass broken up by the Knights. Blazer winds and fires. Saved by the goaltender. He gets another whistle. And that shot made it to the board. Rosenstock back there stretches his legs. Remember, this is an ice rink, so your feet get cold if you're not doing much. If you're on the bench, you're definitely getting cold. That's why you got to get out there for a shift every now and then. There's a wind and fire shot, stick to side by the goaltender. No save on that one. That was not on goal. There's a breakout pass intercepted by Damoud. Sends it over to Nyberg. Nice pass to Blazer. He's going to gain the blue line by himself and head in. Poked away by 3 Knights. Recovered by Blazer. Back to Nyberg. Sends a pass across to Binner. Winds and fires. Tries a pass across the ice to Moore. And there's another pass in the slot to Binner. Puck is loose. Shot saved by the goaltender. Another shot saved by the goaltender. Nyberg with the puck. Over to Blazer. Winds and fires. Blocked by the Knights. Owen Moore with the puck. Puck loose behind the net. Nyberg keeps it in. Onto the stick of a Knight, and he's going to finally send it out. 1:48 to go. 5-0 Bears. Jambardino sends it deep. He'll go chase it himself. Landon gets a 4-skater change. Good forechecking by Jambardino. Sent along. Icing will be waved off. Rosenstock goes behind to get it. Sets it up for Haberl. He's going to whirl behind in his corner. Send it up to Jambardino. Back to Haberl, who takes it from the 1-2. Gets around the other defender. Just loses the puck momentarily. Maddox camped out in front. So O'Connell with a clearance attempt kept in by Chipperfield, and he sends it deep. One thing you see Landon doing very well in these games so far is when they keep that puck in the zone, they quickly send it deep just to get it out of danger while it's dancing along the blue line. Here's Chipperfield. Up to Maddox, kept in by the Knights. And Maddox will skate it out. 40 seconds to go in the period. Long pass to Jambardino. He goes in. Checked from behind, no call. Covered by the Knights. Kept in by Smink. Gets in the slot. Puck recovered in the corner. Back to Kaufman. Winds and fires. Shot goes up in the netting. 18.9 to go. Second period. I am definitely going to take a break after this. Between the periods. If some bozo comes and grabs the headset and says something on the broadcast, well, you know, there's nothing I can do. Hopefully that won't happen. But I'm going to get me something over there. It looks like the one thing that's always decent is the pretzel, as long as they have them. Now, they don't always have them. 14 seconds to go. Here's Silva with a pass in front to Coakley. Kept in by Kaufman. Again, does the right thing, just winds and fires it into the corner. Trip Silva recovers, 14 seconds to go. He's pinned against the boards by the Knights. And that's the way this second period's going to end, with a little bit of a scrum to the dismay of some Landon folks. There's a little bit of a smudge behind the net. Coakley joins the fray. Smink, the tallest one in the mix, trying to keep the peace. That's the kind of guy Eli Smink is. Not going to throw, not going to throw hands for sure. Shots showing 36-3. Looks like they're not going to clean the ice. Or will they? Yep, they will. All right, I'm going to let you, I'm going to get me some whatever. You can hang out and watch the Zambonis and the kids come off the ice. Okay, so that's successful so far. I got way more than I need. That's a piece of pizza. Doesn't look that horrible. This is the pretzel. That, I'm telling you, that's not bad. That's better than you're going to get at most NHL or NBA arenas, I'm telling you. And a very skinny Diet Pepsi. Very skinny. Don't know exactly why it's so skinny, but it is. So I'm going to try to woof it down while you watch the Zambonis. I said the pizza is definitely edible, which is a compliment when you're talking about an arena. This is better than pizza you would get, for example, at Capital One Arena. But it ain't no Andy's. You got to go to Andy's Pizza. There's several locations in the DMV. Best one is in the Galleria. Best pizza voted by the readers of Washington Post by a 2-1 margin over the second place joint. It's so much better than everywhere. I go there about 3 times a week, sometimes more. This ain't no Andy's, but it's edible. Finally figured it out, that refreshment stand, it's the same. You can order a lot of things. There's chicken fingers, and you can order a cheesesteak and all that kind of stuff. Now, they're not making it at the stand, but the diner that's connected to the stand and around the corner, it's kind of L-shaped. One time I'll do a little video of the whole Bears Den. You'll see what it's like. You kind of look there. It's behind the glass. That's where the refreshments are. But again, behind that, they have the little diner. So you can order chicken fingers. You can order subs. Somebody had a quesadilla in front of me. I mean, they got Starbucks coffee. They have all kinds of candy. They had M&M's, peanut and regular, 3 different kind of Skittles, Twix, Entenmann's chocolate donuts loose, cookies. They didn't look very good, but way more options than you would ever expect. Muffins, stuff like that. Slushies behind the. I'll take some pictures next time. And a rink generally, besides the horrific internet, has 3 ice rinks within the facility. It's not the best ice rink you'll ever see, but it's not the worst. I would bet nationwide it's above average. Of course, the Bears Den is cool because there is 4 or 5 rows of seats along the whole side that doesn't have the benches. So, certainly serves its purpose, but it's no palace. When we go to the St. James for this St. Stephen St. Agnes game, I'll show you what looks more like a palace. Referees are out there. The guy doing the music seemed to have run out of gas. He's just letting songs play. It was Mr. Moore testing the buzzer. 3 referees are sitting down in the box. comes the Bears. Here they come. That's Coakley. And there they are. Have to take the ice for the third period. There's Rosenstock. Again, he's soloing it. No backup today. I think they just added a few few shots to the. It's now showing 36-6. This is Def Leppard round 2. There's Binnerman getting in there. He's holding some Gatorades. You got McShane and Kaufman in front of him. Now, Kaufman made this team as a freshman last year. He seems to have grown an inch or two. And definitely gained a mile an hour or two on the wheels, for sure. Brought to you by Diet Pepsi. So, Landon sends out Percon, Genzer, Tripp Silva, Chipperfield, and Haberl. Face-off control by Landon on a clean sheet of ice. Genzer tries to send it forward, cannot. Chipperfield with the puck sends it forward. Intercepted by Haberl at the red line. He gains the blue line. Takes a spill. Chipperfield sends it back deep. I think we have a new goaltender in for the Knights, if I'm not mistaken. Comes number 15 with a head of steam. He's checked by a couple of Landon players. Chipperfield knocks it away out of danger. Nice play by Chipperfield. Goalie couldn't handle that one bouncing puck. Reed Percon almost got his fourth. "14 minutes to go in this third period. Again, if you're a Facebook user, you might be seeing a concert in an hour. It's a really quick game. Here's Percon with the puck, going in for his fourth goal. He shoots and scores. 5:45 on my end. I believe the score is showing correctly on your screen. 6-0 Landon. Reed Percon scores his fourth. There's Owen Moore with the puck. Stolen by Binner. He'll send it back deep. 13-17 to go, third period. 6-0 is the score. Here's Owen Moore. Winds and fires save by the goaltender. Shots for Landon showing 39. And as I've told you, that's understating it. It's closer to 50. Kaufman sends it deep. Owen Moore to chase. Here's Damu, tries to wind and fire in the slot, taken away from him, recovered by the goaltender, and get a whistle. Another U2 from the same Rattle and Hum soundtrack. No, maybe that's wrong. That's on Octung Baby. My bad. The first song he played was on Rattle and Hum. Shot saved by the goaltender. Rebound just goes wide. I think that one stung the goaltender in the punum. Reacted kind of slow after it hit him in the face. Pass across from Smink. Here's a recovery by Binner in the slot, knocked away from him momentarily. 12:15 to go in the game. Moore fights for it. As we told you last time, the great Owen Moore, the sensational sophomore, scored the game winner last year at MedStar as a freshman, I believe in his first league game, if I'm not mistaken. I believe Landon had 2 warm-up games before that O'Connell game. Not a bad way to start your high school career, scoring a game winner late in the third period on the road in a Maple matchup. As a freshman, no less. Here's Perkon, sends it back to Haberl. Back across to Chipperfield. Winds and fire, shot saved by the goaltender. Get a whistle. 11:27 to go. Another U2. Now this one is from Unforgettable Fire, of course. Perkon will take it. He's got McShane to his right, Coakley to his left. Oh, beautiful steal by Coakley. Tried to get it over to Perkon for an easy tip and couldn't handle it. Puck loose in the corner, recovered by McShane. Going to wind and fire, saved by the goaltender. On the rebound, another save. And a continue of pride in the name of love. Good choice. Now, if I could work the music while I'm doing this, it's only about 8 feet, about 15 feet from me here. If I could try to get that going at the same time as we do this, that would be. There's another penalty on O'Connell for hooking. They'll sit for 2 while Landon gets another power play. We'll see who coach sends out. He's got Owen Moore, Binner, Kaufman, a goal scorer, and Smink along with McShane to start the power play. It's a wind and fire by Kaufman, knocked aside through the slot. Here comes McShane fighting for it. Back over to Smink. Gets it over to Binner at the left point. Skates along the boards. Looking for somewhere to go. Gets it to Kaufman. Keeps it in nicely with the skate. Sends a pass over to Smink. Winds and fire, save by the goaltender nonchalantly. And there's 1:34 to go on the power play. I don't know what the rule is, but I think it's 7 they do a running time. I could be wrong. Sandy Murdoch was asking me if they have a running clock, 6-0. I think the answer is 7. A 7-goal way back into the Landon zone. Kaufman on it. Puts the brakes on to get around a Knight and sends a pass up to Binner, who handles it with the backhand. Nice pass across to Coakley. Gains the blue line. Knocked away from him momentarily. Binner fights for it. Kept in by Kaufman over to Coakley. Takes a hit in his back. Pass to Moore all the way around to Blazer. 53 seconds to go in the power play. Blazer, high slot. Gets a pass across the Binner. Hits the bar with the shot off the twirl in the slot. Coakley fights for it. Moore joins the fray. 4 players pinned against the boards in the corner behind the net. 33 seconds to go. Referee tells him to move it. And Landon comes away with it. Kaufman with the puck. Winds and fires. Save with the blocker by the goaltender. Puck loose in the slot. Momentarily cleared by the Knights. Back to Blazer. Winds and fires. Just goes wide. Puck behind the net. Moore fights for it. Gets it over to Blazer. 12 seconds to go in the power play. Back to Perkon. He shoots and scores. The drive for 5 by Reed Perkon. I believe that's his 5th goal of the day. At least 4. That makes it 7-0 Landon. I think we're going to get a running clock at here. Shots on the board. I think it's 50 plus the 3. For some reason, O'Connell shows 6. And they only show 46 for us. As I've told you, that's way off. And the clock's running. So we're going to be with you for another 9 minutes. At that point, I'll scoot out of here and go watch some music. Some live music at the, well, they don't call it the Bears Den. It's the Performing Arts Center, which is gorgeous at Landon. Really fun that we have such facilities at Landon for the kids. They have 2 decks. Yeah. Sandy Murdoch just told me to wind in the clock, and that's the truth. He's right. Face-off will be outside the zone. So Landon will end up 1-0-1 in the Maple after this one, 3-0-1. They're by far their most dominant performance of the year. Haberl with it, leads Perkon. Puck loose in the corner. 7:58 to go. We'll see you again on Friday, almost certainly, I'd say. And then I think there's a couple of games next week, and then the break. Perkon with it again, winds and fires. Shot, beautiful save by the goaltender with the blocker. Another save by the goaltender. Cover up. Get the whistle. Clock's continuing to run. Landon sends out Binnerman, Jambardino, and Maddox. Shot by Jambardino, saved by the goaltender. Gets a whistle. Onto the stick of Jambardino, fires and scores. Top shelf. Point blank range. Nothing goalie's fault at all. After the scrum, puck ended up on his stick. He was in perfect position to bury the chance. 8-0 Landon. Brian Adams, 5:58 to go. Winding clock. Colin gets a timeout. As we told you before, Landon's missing 3 players, 1 goalie, 2 skaters, so 17 on the ice. O'Connell has 14 skaters. You wonder if there's a shortage of players on that bench due to some possible cold going around, something like that. But that looks like a pretty small squad for a big school like O'Connell. that has enough for a JV team and a varsity. You wonder why more wouldn't be up here. Again, if I count correctly, it's hard to isolate everybody on the ice. It's either 13 or 14 skaters, and you just wonder if this is one of those times where you got a bug going through the team. We had that at Landon last year. I'm pretty sure when we played St. John's late in the season, before the playoffs, we had about 13 kids make the squad due to injury or sickness or whatever. There's another whistle. 5:30 to go. Face off deep in Landon zone. But this is, I think they've been able to muster 3 shots. That's showing 50 for Landon, and it's way more than that. It's most likely closer to 60. Here's Landon with the puck. Sends it up to Genzer. Sends it into the corner. 8-0 Landon. I believe since doing the games last year, I believe this is the first time I've seen a clock run in a Maple game. I don't think Landon beat anyone this badly last year, other than in preseason games, like you saw earlier this year against, I believe, South River. But if you look at the shots on the board for the most part between this game and last game, Landon has, well, somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 shots and has given up about 15. Because I believe it was 13 or 12 or 13 last game. I mean, whatever it is, it's about 100 to 18, whatever it is. It's a massive number, 95 to 18, something like that. .329 to go in real time. Here's Daymood going in, takes a shot saved by the goaltender. Nyberg kept it in. They'll bring it out. Just delayed offside. Over to Blazer. Back to, again, good sharp passing by Landon today. And his team has only been together for a couple weeks after tryouts. And I believe 11 new players from last year, or 10. Have to redo the numbers. Here's Binner. Winds and fires, saved by the goaltender. 2:35 to go. Might get one more round of play after the face-off with the winding clock. There's Jambardino, who takes a big hit in the open ice. That's what you end up having, too, is you end up with, when you see one-sided things like this, you have a lot of frustration, of course. O'Connell has kept their cool, though, almost the entire game. There's a shot that goes up into the netting way above the goal from the deflection. This might be it. There's about 1:35 to go. They'll get one more face-off. Of course, the Beatles from Please Please Me. Released in 63, March of 63. Almost a full year before they came to America in February of 64. Little do people know, the first concert that the Beatles played in the United States was at the Washington Coliseum in D.C. First concert. 1964. February of 64, right at the time when they came to the United States, landed in New York, went on the Ed Sullivan Show, and had a mini tour, including the first show in the Washington Coliseum in Washington, D.C. Snow on the ground in D.C. and Beatles on the stage. 35 seconds to go. Here's a 2-on-2. Of course, Smink messes it all up. We were hoping for some action. He deflected the puck away, of course. Here's Genzer. 19 seconds to go. This one's going to end 8-0, folks. We'll see you hopefully on Friday. And then next week for some more league games. Shots on the board end up showing 54 for Landon. Owen Moore looks like he broke his stick.